Hey guys, Legendary Rigger here, and today we're gonna go back to the Monsterverse, guys, and I want to talk about one of the most highly likely and unlikely possibility here. That is Godzilla and Ghidorah becoming allies. Now, as a Monsterverse and a Godzilla slash Toho slash Kaiju fan, it's something I've actually wanted to see since I was a kid. Because could you imagine the amount of beatdowns Godzilla and Ghidorah could give to other monsters if they actually worked together? I mean, think about it. The amount of power and devastation on an opponent would be immense. I mean, those two probably could incinerate a monster just with pretty much a gravity atomic blast. But look, I'm going to dive into this theory and why I think it is possible. Now, as we all know, Godzilla and Ghidorah will be fighting head to head, probably one-on-one for the first part of this movie. Then, Godzilla's probably going to get his butt kicked, and then, Mothra and Rodan, they don't have any luck against Ghidorah either. And so Godzilla does that little blast into the air, which is a call to arms. So he is calling Mothra and Rodan basically to help him fend off Ghidorah. Now here's the thing though. The oxygen destroyer is in the movie. So I'm thinking is they use it on Godzilla while he's sleeping in the sea in his underwater cave or whatever. But it doesn't work. In fact, it empowers Godzilla. But also, it awakens something else. Little microorganisms that are, slumbering beneath the sea. Prehistoric microorganisms. And they start to form slowly as the movie begins to progress. We don't see it, but in the beginning, you kind of see like a little red fester as the as the bomb fails. Then at the final act of the movie, after Godzilla and Ghidorah have their thing, Ghidorah gets jumped and probably beaten down badly, and that's when we could see Destroyer pop out. He pops out the water. Rodan, Mothra, and Godzilla are extremely exhausted, as is Ghidorah. They're exhausted, and Destroyer is pretty much in his prime, basically. I mean, he hasn't spent any energy. And, they all have to now work together. At first, they're not going to do it. You see Godzilla, Mothra, and Rodan pretty much go after Destroyer. And Destroyer is basically, he's semi-struggling. He's basically manhandling slash, he's going to get hit a couple times, but it's going to be like weak hits that barely move him. And then you see Mothra go down, you see Rodan go down, and Godzilla is probably tired, like extremely tired, like he's probably like bowing down, trying to regain his breath. And Destroyer's about to finish him, maybe with a claw swipe or a tail swipe or something. Or maybe he's about to charge up his blast or whatever. We could get a quick beam clash between Godzilla. And then there's an explosion and Godzilla's blown back. And then as soon as Destroyer is about to finish him, we see 3 gravity beams shoot Destroyer in the wing. And then King Ghidorah basically, air stumps Destroyer in the back. I mean, that would actually be like some cool stuff. You see Ghidorah, he shoots the gravity beam, flies up, then just double stumps Ghidorah into the ground. Ghidorah pushes him off, and Ghidorah lands right next to Godzilla. And then they give each other a quick stare, because it's like, we have to work together, otherwise we're both going to die. So the Ghidorah and Godzilla, they do their little thing the best they can. You got Ghidorah basically being the muscle of the two, and just, doing what he can to overpower Destroyer, and he's probably doing a little bit efficiently, more so than the tired Godzilla, because if Ghidorah is going to be able to handle Mothra, Rodan, and Godzilla at the same time, then he's probably going to do better in a 1v1 even if he's tired. Then, Destroyer, starts to, fight back on Ghidorah. Then Godzilla jumps in, Jurassic World style, biting, Destroyer by the neck, maybe the tail or the wings. They're both doing the best that they can. Mothra and Rodan get up. They pretty much make a 4-way team attack. Destroyer is struggling badly now because all 4 of them together is pretty much more than he can handle. I mean, seriously, you have Godzilla, Mothra, Rodan, and King Ghidorah basically jumping one monster, which proves and that will make Destroyer the most powerful monster in the Monsterverse. So, they're jumping him or whatever, doing their thing, and now they have to finish him, but they're all super tired. And that's when Destroyer decides to, let off a what's that beam? Oxygen destroyer beam or whatever. Forgot what is it called in the comic section, guys? Put it in the comic section. What is Destroyer's mouth blast or beam called? I'm gonna call it the oxygen blast. So the de-oxygen blast. D's nuts. No, I'm just kidding. So the de-oxygen blast is what Destroyer fires at him. Then you see Ghidorah. He charges his 3 heads and fires. Godzilla shoots his atomic breath. Mothra shoots her little antenna beam or whatever. Whatever Mothra's called. I call it the fairy blast because it sounds kind of cool. Or fairy beam cannon. Rodan shoots his, I don't know what he's going to have in this movie, guys. I'm going to say magma breath. He shoots his magma breath at Destroyer. They're basically pushing the best they can, but they're all tired. And this is when we get the human intervention part. So the humans start to bombard Destroyer with all they have so they can help the monsters, Because if they lose, Destroyer's pretty much going to wipe out the whole planet. I really feel like that would happen. I mean, it sounds like Destroyer, right? Destroyer, he likes to destroy. Goes with his name. Eradicate the human race. Mwahaha. Anyway, back to the point. They give it all they got. They're basically pushing to their very limits against Destroyer. But Destroyer is firing back. He is pushing every ounce of energy. Like, he's going full power on these guys. Why, they're so tired. And the human intervention just it's cutting it, but it's like they need more. So they keep bombarding Destroyer with everything they have. And then we could get something cool like out of the blue or whatever. We could get Ultragon, maybe a pre-phase version of Mecha Godzilla. But for the sake of the Monsterverse, let's keep it simple. Let's say a new monster comes in and helps. So this new monster or whatever, let's say it's Manda for the sake of it. Manda comes in and he basically blasts Ghidorah in the back, to give everyone that fighting chance that they need. Destroyer is sort of distracted, Cell style. Dragon Ball Z out there for everyone who knows. Cell's distracted basically. Oh my gosh, I said Cell. Destroyer is basically distracted, and at that moment, they use that to overpower him with every last bit of energy they got. And once Destroyer is hit, there is a huge hole left in his chest. And he drops dead. So now, what do the monsters do? Well, Godzilla leads them all back into the sea. with Ghidorah, Mothra, and Rodan, and Manda, or in whatever new monsters they decide to put in or appear. They go back into the sea, and they decide to travel to Skull Island. And there at Skull Island, they will get into it with Kong. So there you have it, guys. That's my theory and on how it basically will go down. You know, I know it's a little short, it's a little bit iffy, missing details, but if you guys want a more detailed version, put it down in the comment section. If you guys want a part 1 or part 2, or maybe a three, I'll make a 3-part special if you guys really want this. But Ghidorah as an ally of Godzilla, it's likely now. I mean, the Monsterverse could do anything they want. They pretty much can make Mothra and Rodan the enemies in this one, and Godzilla and Ghidorah have to tag team them both because they're pretty much too effective. You know. But whatever. Maybe Destroyer will pop up in Godzilla vs. Kong. Who knows? Who knows if Ghidorah is really big bad in this one? Really, the real enemy here could be humanity. And you know, who says they're not working on Kiryu or Mechagodzilla as we speak? I mean, that could be one of the hidden monsters that appear. I mean, I don't know if you can count Kiryu as a monster because it's a machine basically. I don't know. I guess you couldn't count it, but what if Kiryu's the main problem, and that's when Godzilla and Ghidorah basically work together? And I'm like, kinda. I like this, man. I like this. You know, we've been enemies for so long. It's just, wow. Let's just work together from now on, man. You down with that? Yeah, I'm down with that, man. But look, guys, comment down below. Please like and subscribe, and tell me what you guys would think if Godzilla and Ghidorah actually became allies in the Monsterverse. Because I don't think Ghidorah's gonna die. No, there's too much potential here with Ghidorah if they just kill him off. So this is Legendary Rigger, and I'll see you guys later.